Hello, everybody. This is Prashant Shrestha, and we have Osmit Pandey here with me. We are going to present assignment 3 of cloud and mobile security assignment. And our tutor is Cesar Mia. We are going to present our assignment now. I'm going to share my screen so we can see the presentation slides next. Um, as you guys can see my screen now, the slides. So our topic is smart home robots, and we are going to talk about threats and countermeasures for smart home robots. Um, presenters for this topic are me, Prasanna Shrestha, and Asmit Pandey. Lukman Zaki is not available right now. Outlining some of the contents of the presentation slides, we are going to start off with introduction, then smart home robot system architecture, critical technologies of smart home robots, vulnerabilities and threats investigation, countermeasures, an experimental attack process, and summary of the entire presentation. Now, starting off with introduction, smart home robots are used to innovate the traditional houses into remote controlled and intelligent environment. The main purpose of these robots is to make life easier for the human owners. The functions of smart home robots ranges from a very minute task to an enormously complex task. As for example, UV-Tech links reminds the owners to place an order from Amazon when required. As we can see in the picture on the right, smart home robots can be used for cleaning the house or also solving the people living in it. So it has many functions. But there are some cybersecurity concerns along with the benefits of smart home robots. With the advent of Internet of Things and smart home robots, almost all the devices in the household are connected to the internet. Monitoring security of all such devices is very difficult, which means that cyber burglars can access to the household through smart TV, smart fridge, by hacking through the system. Smart home robots have the privileges such as the ability to use the camera of smart home device or even provide the location of device via GPS. This vulnerability can be exploited by cyber criminals to access the camera of the household, monitor the homeowner's behaviors, and attack the cyberspace using GPS and location services. Moving on, we are going to discuss about system architecture of smart home robots. Smart home robots are connected to the internet or Bluetooth. However, some smart home robots still run on X10 or Insteon power switch. For the home automation communication protocol, Zigbee and Z-Wave are used. All smart home devices are controlled remotely by a main home automation controller known as the Smart Home Hub. This Smart Home Hub device collects data from smart home devices, processes them, and communicates them to homeowners wirelessly. Some of the smart home hubs are Google Home, Amazon Echo, and Insteon Hub Pro. Some of the key technologies used in smart home devices are machine learning and artificial intelligence. The figure on the right is smart home applications diagram. Here we can see smart home devices is connected to the internet and it can be controlled remotely. It provides us with remote security and it also provides us with intelligent energy use. Moving on, I would like to discuss about the system architecture of smart home devices overall. Smart home is connected to the Ethernet that is also connected to smart home management system. These devices are also connected to LAN switch and access point so that users can communicate with smart home devices and retrieve data from smart home management system. Mobile client and PDA can also be used through GSM services to communicate with smart home management system. Moving on, I would like to discuss about critical technologies used in smart home devices. Machine learning. It mainly focuses on the development of computer programs that can access the data, analyze and learn automatically. It personalizes the smart home according to owner's preferences. Artificial intelligence. This technology used by smart home to develop intelligent machines that think and work as humans. For example, Google Home uses voice recognition technology to follow up on commands given by the user. Moving on, I would like to talk about vulnerabilities and threats investigation that we conducted during the research phase of this assignment. Now, talking about vulnerabilities, Internet of Things is a vulnerability of smart home devices because all devices at home is connected to the internet. And the threat related to that is that security exposure to cyber burglars leading to theft, blackmail, and extortion can be caused. Other vulnerability is privileges given to smart home devices. For example, access to camera in smart TV monitors and GPS. This can be used by cyber criminals to access camera of household and monitor owners' behavior that may lead to burglary. Next vulnerability is insecure communication protocol. Communication channel and network security of smart homes are not up to the standards, and criminals can hack into network of smart homes and send false alarms to the owners. For example, a battery level smart application could be used to imitate the door lock signal to the owner when in fact the door is unlocked. Next vulnerability is insufficient product design. Smart home devices such as smart slow cooker have below par security measure that can lead to remote cyber attacks. The next vulnerability is no frequent updates or fixed patches. Developers fail to provide fixes and updates for already identified security flaws, and that has led smart homes to become very easy target for offenders. Now I'd like to hand over to Mr. Asmit Pandey to continue with our presentation slides. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna. I would like to continue with the technical issues for smart home robots. Some of the technical issues for smart home robots are collection of unwanted data, such as location data, difficulties in recognizing the user's voice, frequent drop in the internet connection, and small battery backup compared to heavy usage. So, some of the possible threats of smart home robots are listed as exposure of sensitive information or personal data to cyber burglars. Unlimited access may lead cyber criminals to access the camera. Insecure communication portal leads to hackers able to easily operate the devices. Deficiency of updates make them very easy targets for hackers. So, I would like to continue with different types of attacks on smart home robots and their countermeasures. So, starting with the first type of attacks is hardware attacks. Some types of equipment assaults are unauthorized access to the devices, device trojans, defect infusion, and equipment change. The countermeasure for this type is safeguarding downloads originate from a trusted source through advanced mark with encryption. Second type of attack is application attacks. Some regular cyber attack strategies at the application level are infections, worms, programming, trojans, and cushion flood. Each a case of an application level assault is Stuxnet. Stuxnet is a malware danger that objective mechanical control frameworks. Countermeasure to avoid application level digital assaults, robot procedures producers should put an accentuation on creating secure application code. Designers ought to program and test their code in considering security, paying exceptional consideration regarding weaknesses. Third type of attack is firmware, that is OS attacks. OS attacks on Linux, OS include uh, refusal of administration, execution of subjective code, and root level admittance to the framework. The countermeasure for this type of uh, attack is normalize on particular framework operating system. Through, through normalization, robot producers could make a consortium to supervise the stage and be answerable for making sure about the operating system announcing security issues and delivering security refreshes. So, University of Michigan performed an experiment to test the widely used home automation system and smart home robots. The experiment led to shocking results as researchers found out that the a smart home could be hacked very easily. The security flaws of the system were exposed very badly as the researchers could open smart locks with ease, change the network setting of the system, and trigger false alarms to threat the owners. The conclusion of the research was the smart home robots are vulnerable to the attacks by the attackers and the hackers. Message modification, replay attacks, denial of service, masquerading, eavesdropping, malicious codes are some of the types of attacks that an attacker can make on smart home robots. So finally, I'll be summarizing our presentation. So in conclusion, we can state that smart home robots are the technology for the future. Day-to-day activities have become simpler, easier, and more comfortable with the increase in number of smart home and smart devices. The potential cyber security threats of the use of smart home robots cannot be discounted at all. In the future, cross-compatibility between different major companies can also lead to several flaws and loops in the automation system get fixed. Machine learning, AI, biometrics, face recognition, and voice integration technologies will benefit the smart home robots to be smarter in the near future. So these are all the list of references we provided in our uh, research report. So that's all for our presentation. So I would like to ask, I would like to request Prasanna to take over. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Asmit, for presenting wonderfully. Now I would like to stop my video sharing and sum up our presentation. Thank you for listening to us. It has been a pleasure to provide you with all the required information. Please feel free to ask us any questions. We are going to upload this video soon. Thank you for attending this session. Thank you.